Test, there we are. Takes a moment. Hey folks, how's it going? It's Friday. Doing some game dev stuffs. Hey Jeffrey, hey Max, how's it going, dude? Good to see you. Let's turn this light down. I knew there's one thing I'll forget. Evening one and all. Good, good. Right, we're back, okay. Typically, I've been fine all evening. I go to stream and then my allergies decide to kick in just as I go live. I am the one, don't weigh a ton, don't need a gun to get respect upon the street under the sun. The bastard son will pop the Glock to feed himself and family by any means. Your enemies, my enemies, we meet them. We wet them up like a canteen. The yellow tape surrounds the fate. Don't have a face, so now you're late. Open the gates. The gates are now open. Alright, so the modes say these are the best votes. You're a good rapper. OG a bit faster though. Yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah, if it was if the words were formatted into lines, which doesn't do a very good job at keeping format. Still love you, dinosaur. Awesome. Yeah, I thought I need to make you a dinosaur. So I thought, yeah, you've got to have a dinosaur intro. Well, it's not really an intro, it's a trigger. But it's practically you trigger your own intro. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're staying cool. The weather's not as bad as it can be, or has been, or will be. Still not great though. But yeah, if I got the wording on the screen in the right kind of pacing, like the right kind of gaps in there, I'm not too bad at kind of reading a rap, I suppose. So I can, let's say it's a poem, I can see the start and end of the line. I can then sort of know, okay, this is where it ends on, this is what the rhyming word is, and I can get the kind of, is it the cadence of it, kind of this, in the rhythm. Yeah, anything that has too many syllables, I still get stuck on. Switch over to Unity. There's one or two things still in this I want to resolve. There's nothing game breaking. We've moved past the game breaking, which is good. It's just kind of refining now, making quality of life, making improvements. Let's try to think. Oh yeah, the improvements I was thinking of. I added one last time, didn't I? And yeah, I didn't stream last Friday because I was out for live music every month. There's going to be live music at the end of this month, so I won't be streaming on that particular Friday. But it's good. It's good to get out there. Good to hang with people. Especially like-minded people, lots of cool people. So things, at least what immediately spring to mind. Next Friday, another concert. Now the 31st of July will be another concert. So always the last Friday of a month. So yes, you got a few more Fridays yet before I disappear again. At some point, I have to work in when I can do this DJing. Maybe I'll throw in a random Friday. Because Friday seems to be the best day to DJ, really. It's a nice kind of build up to the weekend. Yeah, I don't want to kind of take time away from this, because this is already taking a long time. So maybe once I've got this into a demo state that I'm happy with, it's just making content for it then. I might throw in a DJ stream, at least like a warm-up DJ stream, to kind of ease myself back in. But I want to get this kind of, the fundamental stuff of it kind of ironed out. Because in theory, making the levels would be easy. Just like throwing a load of blocks together, give it a quick test, maybe a little tweak here and there, and it's done. No more than half an hour to make a level. So that's gonna be the easy bit. Making levels will be easy, and that's kind of my workflow. That's what I would like to achieve with a game dev, is to build such a good foundation that the actual fun part becomes so easy and quick to do. Then just allows my creativity to kind of flow. I'll go, oh, I'm gonna have to build another bit to make this work, and so effectively you got to make your tool sets before building with your tools. So yeah, the things I've noticed I need to do, I would like to change, or at least add an option for this play again and the next level buttons to be physically in the world, so the player can actually throw a rock at them. Mainly for gamepad players. So if you've got a controller, you don't have to take your hand off the controller, and I don't have to put like a little select highlight or anything. As soon as you start moving a cursor around the screen, it becomes a bit awkward. So if you can throw a rock at the play again or next level, I reckon that'd be quite interactive, quite cool. Everything on the right hand side I've got mapped to controller buttons. I need to check to see if they're mapped to keyboard. I think they're mapped to keyboard as well. So basically I don't want the player to have to touch the mouse if they're not using the mouse. If they're using the mouse, you can play this game entirely with a mouse. You can play this, ideally I want to play this game entirely with a keyboard, or play it entirely with a controller. But you can swap. You can swap from mouse to keyboard to controller, and the game will just continue on. So that's my aim. But at the moment the controller doesn't succeed in these two buttons. Or the main menu when you go back to the main menu. So I'm going to have to deal with that. But that's where I'm at. And the other mechanical thing that needs to change is the timer. So at the moment, the way the timer works on this is that as soon as the level starts, I take a snapshot of the time the level starts. So if the level started now, for UK time, it would be 9:13 PM, and how many seconds. And all this screen is doing is telling you how many seconds have passed since the 9:13 PM was recorded. So quite a simple concept. It's just okay, how many seconds has it been since the level started? Cool, display that. Now the problem with pausing that is that you can't start it. It's not a stopwatch. But what I could do, thinking about it, I could make a very much like in football. Whenever play is stopped in football, the referee makes note of how much time the play is stopped, doesn't it? It's like, okay, has there been a foul? make a note like stopwatch. Like a minute has passed trying to sort out this foul kind of thing. And that minute is added onto the timer later on. So the time doesn't stop, it's just kind of, it modifies it. So what I could do is when the player does anything that would interrupt the time, is to pause displaying to the screen, but start another timer, count how many seconds the player is in the menu, and then add that to a number, and then the player comes off the menu, add that into a calculation. So it's level started at X time, it has been Y seconds since the level started, and Z seconds in the menu. So the player keeps going in and out of the menu, it keeps upping the Z number. The Y number is how many seconds passed since the X number. And it just becomes a calculation of X, Y and Z. Want to do another wrap? Sure. Need to try and clear my nose for a second there. Hey Michelle, how's it going? Hi hoes. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well on this Friday. Right, I can breathe again. Yeah, so I'm not constantly choking on my own nasal fluids. I'm quite liking this music. This is a... it's called Final Boss Aura Farming. Epic Metal Beat Symphony. Quite good music. Probably a little bit too hyped for what I'm doing, but if it motivates me, all the better. So, while I've got this thought on my mind, let's look at the timer. So we need to go into the code for the timer. Let's have a look. So that's going to be on the canvas, main canvas. The top left stats, time holder. So the game values. I'll be working with the game values here. Let's have a set it the script for the. I'm not sure it's my glasses or my eyes. That's my vision is not good. Might be a combination. Let's try that. Let's take the glasses out of the centre of the equation. Okay, I'll read it from my laptop screen because it's a bit easier. I'm a big dog, big bear, N. I'm a lion, I'm the predator of the prey that is hiding. Oh my, I found you, and don't you run from me, little N. You are not fast enough. You are not brave enough. You are out of luck now. It's time for you to die. Very rough. I'm sure it's the original is a bit more passionate. That's a lot of words. There certainly is a lot of words there. Fun fact, this guy raps about being faster than his prey, but he's so obese, and he's round as a ball. Yeah, if he's faster than his prey is practically dead, I'd say. Oh, Junkie, you certainly have a lot of passion in your rap. Oh, thank you. That's kind of minimal baseline lying on the ground for the passion. I always want to be rolled. It'd be Indiana Jones, wouldn't it? This was fire. Got Fruity Loot Studio, nice. Love Fruit Studio. So yeah, it's been years, decades in fact, since I used Fruity Loop. I actually started on the original Fruity Loop before the studio came in. Fruity Loop was just a loop making software, hence the name. Then eventually they turned it into a full studio. But it's certainly a good DAW to use. Mostly glitch core so far, but I've made 3 minutes 30 length kind of song. Ooh, nice. Wait in Discord. Cool. I shall check it out. Yeah, I need to get back to making beats of some kind. I was using Ableton Live for a while. But then I tried to, because it wasn't a full licensed copy. It was it had its problems, and I've tried to get a licensed copy working with, well, a new unlicensed copy working, and it was working. It's not working. Panda Gang, hey Cobbler, everyone's here. How's it going, Cobbler? Good to see you. Hello. I'm going to try Dutch rap now. I'll probably end up sort of tripping over my own tongue by trying rap in Dutch. However, you give me a basic Dutch rap and you give me enough time, I might be able to give it a go. But certainly not on the fly. Now my friend David has been teaching me Fruity Loop stuff. Nice. It's a good software to get into. You're doing great, hope you're well. Thank you. I am indeed. Apart from my allergies. I've been getting less and less allergies throughout the week. Saturday was hell because it was warm, so we were outside, so hay fever. We're moving some stuff around my friend's house, so dust. And my friend had a tiny kitten, so fluff. 3 of the things that I am very reactive to. And I had all of them in one setting. So it's taken me about a week to fully recover from that. I have a cat. Cats. Yeah, I love cats, but I am technically allergic to them. But Damien, exposure therapy means I'm not allergic to Damien, I'm just allergic to cats. Do the rap. Okay. Need a cat. Yeah. Cats are needed. Oh. Ein Cain in Carrera of Panamera Ballen in would die Jin point ik my vaststaren plus ik ben op het constant bewerken in dat ding ben te bang voor deze dingen juist bankrekening full of that. I'm not sure how close any of that was. I'm allergic to cat saliva. I think it's saliva, like a local. Yeah, like there's an enzyme in cat saliva. And it also comes out in their kind of the fur. But that's what most people are allergic to, the enzyme. It's kind of that's in saliva. So if a cat licks me, I get like red blotches where the cat licks me, or the cat kind of rubs their gums against me. It just red. Like, basically, you said you're afraid of empty bank accounts but ride Porsches. Yeah, cool. That figures. Made a rail grinding system for something as well as a gravity system, but it's only kind of working. My other deaf friend is going to try and teach me splines tonight. Ooh, I'm scared. Curves are scary. I've not tried splines. I'm very intrigued, because splines seem to be a very cool solution to many problems. I've seen people use splines for painting objects, so you can say I want to paint roads or train tracks or trees or paths, and you just paint it with a spline. Equally, you can use a spline as a path for something to follow. You can say, well, I want this NPC to follow a spline, and you paint the path of the NPC with a spline. I've not used them yet. That's the coolest use of a spline I've seen, though, is a roller coaster, like a very simple roller coaster like thing where you have like a little sandbox and you actually paint the roller coaster in the game with effectively a live spline. So the player controls the spline and they paint a roller coaster and then hit go, and the car will go around it, and if you've done it right, it goes around. If you make it the curve too sharp or the bumps too steep, it goes flying off. So it's kind of teaches the player to do a smooth curve for the roller coaster. But that is giving the player a control of the spline to paint the roller coaster. And you have to get the car to go through certain areas in a 3D space. And very cool. There's not a lot to it. It is just different challenges, but the same. It's just the same gameplay. Just paint a roller coaster, make it work. I like games like you do super crazy turns and twists. Yeah, if I find the game, I'll post it. But that is basically just allowing the player to use a spline. Whiplash maxing. I like that. Actually, I'll have a quick look for it now, because it's kind of what introduced me to splines a little bit. Because I went, oh, you can do that with splines. See if I can find it. It's not about roller coaster starters. Dog walk, we were back, okie dokie. Get my wish list. Oh, that's a cool upcoming game. Oh, it's already out, but it's got mediocre reviews. See if I can find it. It's very fun. Oh, I've always been astonished by Stardew Valley. It's amazing. Mixes charming farming with exploration, and neither is technically necessary. Yeah, yeah. We've played a lot of Stardew Valley on stream. And myself, Jeffrey, Lisa, and my partner Nix. I mean, yeah, we started a whole new save for version 1.6. We got so far, and we kind of stopped and started playing Minecraft instead for a bit. Hey, we're back, okie dokie, Lisa. Most cozy farming games are very generic, but somehow Stardew goes so many extra steps. You play multiplayer. So yeah, the only multiplayer Stardew I say I've done is with my partner or with Jeffrey and Lisa. So yeah, we've done the Four Corners farm a few times. And yeah, we've You're married? I'm engaged. Not married just yet. Add it to the lower files. Yeah, there's a. Yeah, my partner doesn't join us on stream much since there's a problem came up that stopped them from joining us. So hopefully coax them back out again. So you might see him on stream again. When it comes to wedding, and you're also having good food. Food will be amazing. We're planning pizza. I don't like these kind of fancy wedding food. So it's going to be basically it's going to be festival feeling kind of stuff. Ooh, yeah. My friends, a couple of friends got married a few years ago, and what they did is they rented a field and hired a pizza van. So the wedding guests, like, this wasn't an actual wedding, they got married, but then they had the party where they said, well, the guests to the party can just go and get one free pizza each. And they've already paid for the pizza. So they paid the pizza van guy and said, well, here's money for so many pizzas, so that should cover one pizza per guest. And everyone just went up, ordered their pizza, and we kind of sat in a field eating pizza and listening to music, and we had the live musicians. There's a dance floor inside the marquee. It was a lot of fun. So I was kind of inspired by that. Yeah, we could just really quickly drive down to Risetto's in Maple Valley, then we can very discreetly meet and invite me to the wedding. Yeah, wedding's gonna be a while away. Don't even know when or where it's gonna happen, but it will happen. That's for certain. I can't find. If I find it, I'm gonna post it in Discord. But it's a very cool concept. Hey, it was good enough food. I'll wait. Awesome. Just making a folder color tool for Windows. Ooh. Publish it soon on Microsoft Store. Awesome, I'll check that out. This helps organize stuff. I think I've seen things similar to that on... It might even be Linux or Mac or something. Basically, I know it's not native to Windows, but I've seen it done in other OS kind of stuff. And it's useful. It's like, why doesn't Windows have this? I will have the K folders. There you can have a full Pride folder. Imagine how colourful the folders will be. There you go, get time text. So it's going to have to be here. Yeah, I tried most of them, but the one I made looks exactly like Windows folders, but you can colour them. Awesome. This takes time in seconds. Most time in minutes. So this is where the it's got to happen here then. So it's in the game values. So I need to have a seconds paused, I suppose. And then we can have that deducted. They can preview image files from the icon dynamically. Oh, that's handy. Now, let's add this. We'll make it public. It doesn't need to be public though. Public floats. Time. Paused. Seconds. Oh yeah, now make album covers. So far I'm the only one I've made covers for. Civil in Store. Nice. Oh, annoying eye. Probably have to stop when the eye drops and everything. Yeah, I like kind of doing arty stuff like that generally. Yeah, I've never done art for other people. Hi, can I see? Here we've got any art to share. Oh, album cover, nice. Oh, that's cool. I like it. Yeah, but so feel free to share all your cool stuff in the Discord. Anything you want to share. Nice. See, I'm not quite that arty to do that kind of stuff. You're very talented, Emma Cho. It's all Blender shaders and some post-processing. Wow. Yeah, what you can achieve with Blender shaders is absolutely amazing. Alright, so we've got the calculation in here. We now need to build the functionality to sort of add numbers to this. So we want a set puppet void set 4 seconds. Yeah, there we go. Which channel? The art channel. The art channel in my Discord. It's got a few of MHL stuff in there. You're all very talented. Scrolling back through this channel. So you've shared some of your stuff here, Cobbler, to help me as well as show off your talents. Amazing. I'm surrounded by very talented artists. One in the face, it was 2 super poorly lit photos. I got the effect I wanted, but it showed how much you can do with stuff that seems bad. Nice, I can see Sony is sponsored one of your... I can see Sony is sponsoring one of your arts. Which one's that? Oh yeah, you got Sony on the eye. Didn't notice that before. Yeah, the blue diamond eye. It didn't actually look that closely. It's like a circuit board, isn't it? Ooh, okay. Don't fully understand the shader stuff, but I need to learn more of it. I would love to be able to get to a reasonable level with shaders. I know how great they are, and you're demonstrating how good a shader can be. Just using the nodes just makes a lot of difference. Using an image as a UV is just weird in general. Yeah, the things you've pulled off though. Let's have a quick look what's so update timer basically takes time minus start time. That has that in there. So we've got to do a similar thing with the pause. Blender can be super powerful with image editing like Photoshop. Yeah, I didn't even consider that, Cobbler, until some of the stuff MHL has been posting. Like, I always kind of consider it to be a 3D tool, which I suppose it's kind of what it gears itself to be. But I'm back. Welcome back, Jeffrey. But yeah, what you can do just for image generation and stuff is Yeah, I would never consider it to be like an image tool. But it makes sense that if you want to like natural, sort of more natural kind of image processing, I suppose, so like how you would apply certain effects rather than trying to simulate them on a 2D plane. You can use that 3D plane as well. T minus start time. So T. Yeah, so time is going to. Time dot time. So I've got to do a similar thing here. I've got to grab the T. Grab the T when the pause menu, well, any of the menus been, you come off the menu. It's got to grab the T, the time. So it's got to grab the time when you open the menu, grab the time when you close the menu, do the subtraction, and then send it to update. But it needs to add it to it, doesn't it? It needs to add to the time. And equally, when a new level is started, it needs to make sure that's 0. So it might be part of the UI stuff. Well, it could be part of this actually, because this is level timer. I could add an extra thing in here. So we go back to game values. So this is setting the pause time. What we need to do is a public void seconds. Not quite. That's just an incrementer. It's not an incrementer we want. So we'll pass in a seconds value. There we go, so that adds that to that. So we'll be using that. So where is the UI controls? Yeah, we have game values here, so we can use this. Again, I don't know how legitimate this method is, but having a link to a single kind of global set of variables, shall we say, is generally how I'd do it in a desktop application. I'd have, okay, things that need to carry throughout the whole thing. I'd make something like a game values or a global value, and you just reference it anywhere. So that's what I'm doing with this. Typically, I know they advise you to keep that to a minimal, because you don't want to be holding a lot of values that don't need to be there, but if they need to persist, then having it there just seems to make sense. Got show options menu, so play UI options menu. So this is a toggle. Same with this again. So depending on this value here, so I might have to grab that value, test it. If the options menu is not active when this is run, as in this is false, we're going to set it to true, which means we need to start the timer. If it is true, which means the menu option, the options menu is visible, running this will make it invisible. Therefore, we need to stop the timer. Now, I could make this as a separate sub-function, because both these menus need to run the same thing. So, show hints, play again. So let's put it here. Go private void start stop pause timer. That would work if the timer was working the way. Yeah, that's not going to work. So we will ignore what the AI wanted to do there, because that's not going to help us. It's not quite what I want, but I'll hold that for now. We'll come back to that. And we should put it in here, so that becomes is that right? So options menu is visible, makes that true, which means I'm sending false. No, so that needs to be whatever is currently upon starting. So if it's visible, no. If it's visible when this is run, we're closing it, therefore it is false. Yes, that's right. Because we're going to change it at this point. So if options menu is visible, that is true. So running this will make it invisible, which was in false. If it's not visible, that's false, which means we want to start it. Yeah, cool. Boolean logic can be confusing at times. That's what we want to do there. But it's just those two, isn't it? The options menu and the projectile menu. Because otherwise you've got the main menu, which takes you out the level anyway. The hints, nothing comes up, it just kind of highlights on the game. So it's only these two menus. Okay. So that's triggering it correctly. So down here. So at this point we need to give it start, which is going to be true. So that's true. It should be run. Run, I suppose. So if we're running it as true, we want to grab the time. And when it stops, we want to do the calculation. Now, where are we doing this? Where are we saving it? So I feel we don't really want to save it and run it in the UI controller. Could do it in the game values. We've got the seconds here as well anyway. So we could have a put it in here. Private float. Is it a float? Let's have a quick look at the timer. It's a float, yes. Actually, we'll copy it from there. Rather than T, go end time, start time, end time. I'll do a reset there as well. Public void oh yeah, we do a reset now as well. Public void What do we want to do? If we wanting to... I suppose start, pause, timer. This could be start time. Is that? And then we have a public void stop pause timer. We've got the end time. Pause duration is end time and start time. Oh, there you go. Copilot's worked that out. But then we also want to do a reset. Ooh, that's never a cool one there, Mitchell. Another one. It's awesome, I like it. Bombarding you with my constant stream of art now, it's all good. Yeah, feel. I've got no art to contribute, so you guys just throw as much in there as you want. Something tells me that's your eye. It certainly looks like an eye. Eyes are mine, the head is. Couldn't get a good enough quality image of my eye. Photographing your own eye becomes very awkward. I'm back. Welcome back, Lisa. Yeah, my profile image, as you may as well guess, is definitely my face. So basically just this strip. Welcome back, Super Scammer. Yeah, I made that my profile image. Let's think. 20? At least 20 years ago. The current version you see has been HD enhanced and all this. Are you sure that's your face? Are you seeing people's faces? Yeah, I like to peel them off. But no, they took the original photo on a what would it been? A 480. Is it 600 by 480 pixel? It's morbid. Yeah. I think it's like 600 by 480 pixel webcam. The original profile picture. And I basically changed the settings so it was only picking up high contrast, so it made it black and white and just picked out the highlights and shadows. But yeah, the current version of my profile picture has been like sketched, like traced into HD and remade, so it's a lot sharper than it was originally. I broke my Switch 2. The right Joy-Con stick broke because I accidentally dropped it from 3 feet. Oh no! Is it just the Joy-Con? Is the rest of it okay? The Joy-Cons can be replaced, fortunately. The Switch itself is a bit harder. Yes, okay. Yeah, because I know at least on the Switch 1, the the actual sticks on the Joy-Cons were that bad, then they'd end up breaking themselves, even with you being careful. Got to get a replacement Joy-Con. It's $55. Ooh, they're expensive. Like for the Switch 1, I got a Switch 1. But I don't know what the cost of the manufacturing is, but I picked these up for something like 20 quid. So these were unofficial Joy-Cons for the Switch 1. Hello and good night. I woke up going back to bed. Okay, boss, good to see you. Thank you for dropping anyway. Yeah, these are unofficial, but they got Pikachus on them. Nice, yeah, I like them. I've also got these. I've never used these ones because again, these were so cheap. I bought these as well, but they got Legend of Zelda on them. But yeah, they're Switch 1 Joy-Cons. I thought, okay, they're cool. See you, Soup Chat. See you, bot. Have a good rest. Dang, it's nice. Hi, bot, hi, bot. But yeah, these also got RGB lights on the side of them as well. But they're the cheap kind of Chinese production. So they work fine. They feel good. They feel just like official Joy-Cons. What I would not recommend is these ones. These ones were cheap off Amazon. They are uncomfortable to use. Like, there's no rubber. That is just hard plastic. But I bought these because I wanted to pull them apart and kind of do some electronic tinkering. I'm not going to do that to expensive Joy-Cons. So yeah, I bought the cheapest Joy-Cons I could find, and yeah, they're not nice. But it wasn't intending to use them to play with. I have red one. One red, one blue. One red, one blue, one red, one blue, one green, one purple. And I think I've used to have more. Those things broke all the time. Yeah. Yeah. Nicest ones I've got at the moment. Well, I've got so many Switch controllers. I've got like a third-party Pro controller for the Switch. That's quite nice. That's just like an Xbox controller. Then I've got these ones. It's on a charging dock, but these are nice to use. They got proper kind of back grips and everything. And I've even got like some thumbsticks on there. But these are like proper Xbox thumbsticks or PlayStation. They're the same. PlayStation, Xbox grade thumbsticks, and they kind of feel like an Xbox. It makes the Switch a bit wider though, but people with massive hands like myself, it certainly makes it more comfortable to use. Once I get a replacement Switch 2 Joy-Con, I might pop open the current Switch 2 Joy-Con. There's some cool pics and probably might be able to sync with it. Yeah, do it. If it doesn't work and it's of no value otherwise, certainly have a look at it. And say if it's just a thumbstick, thumbsticks are replaceable. If it's the rest of it, you might be able to fix it. But worth a go. That's my kind of idea generally of anything electronic, is I'm not willing to let it die until I've opened it up and checked it out. because it might be fixable. If it is not fixable, at least I know why it was broken, and sort of I learned something about it. And the amount of things I've pulled apart and tinkered with, even from an early age. It's good. Good things to learn from. Like I generally know the inside of most standard kind of household equipment. Can't do anything to fix it, but I know what they look like inside. Okay, I'm happy with the way this works. So, start pause timer logs the start time. Stop pause timer logs the end time. Works the difference, adds it to that, resets pause time in seconds. No, I do not want to do that. It's always good to read through your code, because that would have been completely pointless. But yeah, if you do end up taking apart your Switch 2 Joy-Con, it'll be yeah, get some cool pics. So I'm going to take those cheap Joy-Cons apart again. I've already taken apart, but I want to try and solder in Raspberry Pi Pico into the back of those cheap Joy-Cons, because I've got some ideas. So the Pico is soldered into the contacts. I can basically write some Python scripts to basically turn them into auto controllers. It means I don't have to worry touching them, as long as the script is doing what I want it to do. But that's I still need to research how to emulate the connections from the Raspberry Pi I/O, so it's the board inside the Joy-Con picks it up as a button press. So I just want to do some research on that. But I have to put 1 Pico per Joy-Con, which is fair enough. I could use 1 for 2, but it becomes complicated. So I'd rather just have 2 Picos, 1 per Joy-Con. I can run slightly different scripts then. Can Stardew multiplayer cross-platform? I think so, yeah. So you have it on, well, maybe, I don't know. I was thinking, because I've got Stardew on PC and I've got it on Switch. I've never tried cross-platforming between the two. Problem occurs if you've got different versions on different platforms. Like when I play on PC, I usually have mods running. And of course you can't get mods on Switch. You can get mods on mobile. If you're playing Stardew Valley on the mobile, you can run mods on that. And if you're running it on the Steam Deck, you can run mods on there if you do a bit of tweaking. You play Stardew on mobile? Yeah, yeah, you can get it on the App Store. Exactly the same game. Like it's that kind of light. It runs on mobile. But yeah, you can get it on the App Store, and you can run mods on the mobile version. But yeah, you can't run it on the Switch version. You can run it on the Steam Deck version, PC version. If it can and you allow me, can I ask on Discord if anyone would like to start? Yeah. More than welcome to. So I don't get time to, if I'm not streaming, I don't generally get time to play. But you're more than welcome to see if anyone's available. They're all friends in the Discord. Right. I'm happy with this. So let's grab... not that. Start pause timer into the UI controls. So rather than running that one, we run this bit of code. And then we run this bit of code. If it's true, start it. If it's false, stop it. And that adds it to it, and it's cool. I'll do a build in case there's any errors. Switch does not cross-platform, but ask if anyone Switch based one. Yeah. Eye is annoying, keeps drying out. Probably need to drink more fluids. Typically if your eyes dry out, you are dehydrated. And drinking cider isn't exactly hydration. But it's nice. I'm always very dehydrated, yeah, same. Like, I carried this everywhere I go. This is a, I want to say 1.5 litre. Yeah, I think it's about 1.5 litre bottle. And I still don't drink enough. It's even got times on it. So 7 AM, 9 AM, 11 AM, 1 PM, 3 PM, 5 PM, 7 PM, 9 PM. So you're supposed to drink this over the course of a day. It's been a while since I've achieved that. Right, save. Let's run the game. See if this works. Okay, something wasn't happy. Try again. What did it not like here? Cannot find action main menu in input actions. What's up to main menu? It was there last time, wasn't it? I made it. I tested it. All the controls we made last week, or 2 weeks ago, just not in there anymore. That's annoying. Okay, let's stop that, look at the code. So main menu's not there, options not there, projectiles is not there, and hints is not there. We've lost those out of our control configuration. I swear I saved it. Okay. We'll have to make him again. Add action. Main. Ah. Is it different per level? Is that my problem? Seems... Actually, it should be project settings. Okay. Very odd. Okay. Now, if I was going... Another action. Options. Options, and then we have projectiles. Let's copy that. Last one is hints. Save that. And what I'm going to do is close Unity and then reopen it. Make sure that it's in there before going further. Yeah, it's not there. How odd. Maybe I need to revamp the control system. There's something I need to do in here. That's okay, let's make another action. Okay. Where is the controls? Input system. I think in there. Ah, is that it? There's over options, isn't it? We've got projectiles. And last one was hints. They're definitely in there. Save asset? Is that what I need to do? That's not... The project settings window doesn't have save asset on it. But maybe where I went wrong. Right, save the project, close it again. You open the project and see if it's saved now. What we're doing for time, about an hour and a half into the stream. Another half hour. Nice. Okay, slow down. See if this runs. Okay. So it's mostly working. So we go to 20. Open that. It goes back to 20. So what I need to do is stop that updating, and then when it carries on, it'll look like it's going. I mean, mostly there. Yeet! That'll be quite a fun sound effect into the game, wouldn't it? And throwing rocks and go, yeet! Shared shirt of the day, got matching pants today. I saw. Very cool. Like, t-shirts are cool, but then the shorts. Like, you don't tend to see a lot of kind of like band logos on shorts. There are a few, of course, but you don't tend to see it very often. Yeah, like them very much. Very cool stuff. Got 5. Wow. Yeah, I do not own any. I've seen them on websites and stuff. Also 2-pack. Weight 6, 2-pack. Nice. Gonna be right back. I'm gonna splash water on my face because my eyes keep sticking. Not comfortable. So, 2 secs. I'll be right back. Two, 1, 2, right, we're back. The base sells so much better. This sells Switch, share a Switch next to TV in the living room. Yeah. Yeah, so I typically try and play my Switch on the TV myself as well. I mainly play Pokemon on my Switch. Yeah, anything I have on PC, I tend to try and play on PC. Although I did buy Doom Eternal for Switch just to see how it is, because the novelty of playing Doom on the Switch. It's basically the lowest graphic settings on Doom, but it plays and it's fun. but I've not really played much of it. I went, cool, it's cheap, it's on deal. We'll buy Doom on the Switch. Ooh, should it be in game value? This is where I'm getting the time. That's it. Update timer. So if timer's running, update timer. So we want to stop this. So can we just start the timer? Well, it's very difficult to stop the timer, don't we? So we just want to check to see if it's paused. So we could do a pause. Bit above this, it kind of adds private Boolean. I'll play again, but pause. Let's make sure paused is false. Pause is true. Pause equals false. Public is paused. Save that, go to timer. So timer is running, and PV dot is paused. Yeah, so timer is running and it's not paused. Update the timer. Okay, let's give this a go. Yeah, Stardew on PC becomes a lot of fun because it's kind of limitless what you can do with it. Especially with the Stardew Valley Expanded. Oh, was it not liking? game running? Oh, the game is running. Just the time is completely paused. Okay. I'm sure I said not paused. Maybe it suggested it, but it didn't actually save it. Let's save it again. Okay, game is running, time is going. We hit the go to 10 seconds. Stays on 10 seconds. Take it off. Oh. Could be an issue there. Let's try 20 seconds. Oh, that could be a problem. You could cheat it. Open the menu and still actually play the game from the menu. Oh, my cat is sleeping in the window. Oh. Cats are adorable. It glitches a bit. I don't know why. Okay, so we have a problem there. It's minusing it from the seconds. Okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer with this. So it is on the. On this calculation, let's take it from the minutes. I think I need to do the calculation prior. So set timer values here. I think I need to take the seconds off at this point. Because set minutes. Yeah, let's do it here. So it equals seconds minus 4 seconds. Put it in here. And we take it out of this calculation. Which means every time it updates, it's automatically removing that. Yeah, that should work. And once we got this working, that'll be one thing ticked off. We're going to have to rebuild the controller support again, because that didn't save last time. That's no big deal. And I would have to, when the menu comes up, I'm going to have to disable the player controls here. So I go, wait for it to go to 20 seconds. Do that. It stops the time on 20 seconds, but I can still launch. Can't really see where I'm going. There's a menu in the way. But I can effectively cheese it by doing this. So I need to lock out the player controls if the is paused boolean is true. Otherwise, yeah, you could basically pause it as soon as it starts and all this kind of shenanigans. But unpause it. So we need to go over a minute now to see that it can calculate a minute correctly. Yep, that seems to be counting nicely. Cool, so now we need to look at locking the controls. So the controls can be locked quite easily using this one. It's paused, so is it in the UI controls? It'd be keyboard controls, isn't it? I want. Yeah, keyboard controls. Keyboard controls, there we are. Where does this get? That's here, isn't it? So certainly we don't want the launch button. That's there. Do we have... we have UI controls. Go to sleep now, have a good night, have a great weekend everyone. Thank you for hanging out, Lisa. Hope you have a good rest. Have a good night and a good weekend. I won't be on for too much longer. So I want to get this pause timer sorted. Bye, Super Scammer. think we might be able to work this. Yeah, we can grab the game values from the UI controls. So if not paused, then set doesn't held true. Let's see what happens here. I've got a vision in my head of a potential bug, but I don't know how the bug is going to play out. So basically, you can't start the launch sequence if the game is paused. But it's not. What I'm thinking might happen is that you can pause it mid-launch. So, at the moment, launch rock, not an issue. We pause it, and then I'll launch. Yes. Okay. I'll wait a bit before sleep. Okay. Yeah, probably going to be another 5-10 minutes at absolute most. So I just want to kind of work out this pause menu thing. So it's not paused. It should never do this bit. So let's do like a debug. Log. Debug. Let's do that. We can find out the value. I don't mind the player like twisting the trebuchet. There's no real. You could probably gain fraction of seconds by twisting it and unpause it and stuff. But so let's say chords a hold button, pause is false. Cool. So let's pause it. Pause is true. But it's still just a launch. So that is not actually So in theory I could comment that out completely and you would still launch. Among those Whitechapel stuff, all the gifts I showed you also arrived correctly. They're now hidden though. Nice. There are things other than Boulder, yes. So there's a whole load of things. Like, I've not decided on the definitive list, but I have a few different things. Like this level alone has crates and barrels, and you can unlock them by hitting the crates or barrels. There's also a chair, there's a plushy panda, there's a pumpkin. And you unlock them by finding them in the levels and hitting them. So far I can only unlock these two because I've not made a level with the others in yet. Exactly 1 more month. Nice. Okay, so it still launches without that boolean. I don't know what that boolean's doing then. Got a purple starfish already. Nice. Yeah. What is this boolean doing then? So if it was reset and a power key held or power button held, and move reticle up. Okay, so that's where he's checking this here. So this doesn't actually make it move, it just kind of logs the fact it is moving. So that's not the place we want to do it anyway. So powering up, I think that's where we want. Ah, yeah, this is that, okay. So I should probably get rid of this, because this is kind of overriding the input system. So if I comment this out, save that. Does it work without it? Now, no longer 1 month since it's the 4th now over here, which means they celebrate, they exist now. You know what I mean. Yeah. I did see a post earlier today that apparently more than one president has actually died on the 4th of July. It is an interesting fact. It's a weird trend. While holding office. I don't know. Didn't see how much of the fact. I'll have to Google that as a bit of information. But as well holding office. That's quite unfortunate, I suppose. Okay, so I don't need that bit of code. I've basically made redundancy there. Over here in America, we love our country, hate our country, and hate the people in our country. The American dream, indeed. Anyway, gotta go, battery is low. Okay, Michelle, I'm gonna wrap up the stream shortly anyway. You won't miss anything. But thank you for hanging out, it's been awesome. Hope you have a good evening, enjoy your weekend, I'll be back on Monday. But this only really serves to hide the on-screen controls. In which case, could put that back in place and do that. Ah, okay, awesome. Yeah, that works. So I don't even need this power key here. It's superseded by the power button held. I'll do that. There's only these two places here. So that works quite nicely, I'd say. Cool. We've done a pause menu. Or pausing on the gameplay. I suppose the only thing I could do to improve that further was to indicate the time stopped by maybe flashing it or something. I don't know. These are all kind of just general user experiences at this point. But yeah, I could get the here to flash to say time has stopped. But we could look at that next time. Let's switch over to main camera because we've finished a feature. We do need to go back and fix a feature that didn't save. That's only adding buttons to the controls. And then next time we'll add the controller buttons back in, and then we will add the in-game play again and next level targets, I suppose, for the player to hit to progress. And then we'll look at controlling the main menu. How the player would control the main menu. And I think generally that's all the quality of life stuff. There's a lot of stuff I need to do with sound. Like, a lot of things I can improve with sound. That's not general functionality, that's just good experience again. I think otherwise we're very close. So next week I reckon I would have something generally I can push out. But I've been saying that for a while. We'll see how it ends up. Yeah, I'm going to sign off now. It's been a warm, but it's been a warm but cool stream. I'm going to quit Unity. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us, Jeffrey. It's good to see you as always. Hope you have a good weekend. I'll be back on Monday. Do some Blender stuff, hopefully. So I'll be back then. So have a good weekend. And I shall see you all on Monday. Good night, all.